Hello, fabulous Aries. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of December 2017, looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing month it is. We've got big shifts taking place, of course. Saturn is going to change signs this month, and I did a whole Saturn special that you can watch on my YouTube channel. But we've got other things happening this month as well. Important lunar activity does suggest that for you, you're about to get clear about your voice, about the people and some people in your life, and also about to step out into a brave new world. So let's take it one at a time. Let's start with that full moon. There's a full moon in the first part of the month happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with siblings, cousins, and neighbors. So this full moon is speaking with Neptune, and that does suggest that it is possible that there are some mixed messages from some of these people, a lack of clarity. Also, in some cases, some of that mixed messages may not be intentional, but it might be intentional. On the same day, we have Mercury going retro, and Mercury is the ruling planet of the sign of Gemini. So it amplifies this part of the sky for you, and this sense of connecting with but maybe not connecting with, or missing connections, or getting the connection but not getting the answer with these particular people in your life, the siblings, the cousins, and the neighbors. So it's okay, it happens, right? But what I would say is, if there is an important conversation you need to have, period, right, with these people in particular, then try to create space around that full moon. Maybe try to not have it right at that full moon. I would also say with this energy that contracts of any kinds, can really go in a couple of different directions. Now, sometimes we don't have a choice. We got to do what we got to do. But if you can help it, with Mercury retrograde in general, not the best time to sign contracts. With this full moon, speaking to that Mercury retrograde that much more, the magnifying each other's energy, the confusion factor being especially high. It's just so likely that you are missing some very important fine print that will show up for you again, and the realization of that will show up for you again as we move a little further down the road. As we move further into the month, we are going to have a new moon. Now, this is a powerful new moon. I'm so excited about it. It is happening conjunct the galactic center. So for those of you who are not astrology tech, activated types of people, the galactic center is considered a very sensitive part of the sky, a very important degree, if you will, a space, if you will, in the sky. So to have a full moon here is a big deal. It is magnifying a very potent energy. And then you add to that, Saturn and Venus are close by. You add to this, Uranus is speaking in supreme harmony. So what this says to me, now this part of the sky for you has to do with things like long distance travel, immigration, citizenship, higher learning, and legal matters as well. And it is these particular areas of life that are going to feel like they have a very strong will of their own, but it is very good. There's a lot of luck around this particular new moon. Now, I would also say there is something to be said here for what is birth. The galactic center is considered sort of like the womb of the universe. It is where the universe begins, if you will, where it came forward from. So having a full moon here, or rather a new moon here, does suggest that there's a sense of you beginning something that is very important, whether it is near and dear to your heart, whether it is important in terms of how it changes your life and has the potential to change your life. What transpires now, especially the stuff that seems to come out of nowhere, has a very strong karmicness to it. So you absolutely do want to be paying attention to your life around that full moon. Now, where it comes to matters of love, Venus is moving through, spending the month moving through the part of the sky where Saturn has been hanging out for the last 3 years. And as we get to the end of the year, both Saturn, or rather the second part of the year, both Saturn and Venus are going to leave their same part of the sky right around the same time and then meet in the sky in this whole new area of life. And of course, for you, that has to do with things like, and where it comes to love in particular, has to do with ultimate direction and life purpose. So again, there's a huge theme here of consequence to this month. And for you in particular, Now, if you're in an established bond, there'll be a really honest examination as to whether or not this person fits into this higher vision for your life, this sense of aligning and going in the same direction together that has to do with life purpose. Is this a person who in some way represents who you most aspire to be in the larger world or not? So there's going to be a moment of honesty around that. I have a feeling as I look at this, I got to be straightforward. If there's any, mommy issues, daddy issues showing up in the relationship, those are going to become especially clear right around the later part of the month. Now, for those of you who are open to meeting someone new, it's very likely going to be somebody who has done something that you respect, or someone who is in a position of authority in some way that holds the promise but also the restraint. This is really a moment of truth for you. And so why is it that you're drawn to a particular person? What's going on with you? That's going to show up for you here as well. But also, are you in a space spiritually, emotionally? Are you truly wanting to have a partnership that you can move into the future with or not? If there are any barriers within you to a grander love, to a greater love, then that will be your moment of truth. And the great thing about truth is that it sets us free. The great thing about truth is that once it is revealed, you can't go back. You can't be the same. Now, it's really important to stay positive, because for some people out there, there can be a little bit of a mood of pessimism. But for a lot of people, and especially when I think about that beautiful full moon that we're going to be having in the later part of the month, for a lot of people out there, this actually is going to be very hopeful. This is going to be about moving towards love that is tangible and has the potential to last a long time. What I love about this month is that there is so much that becomes possible to you now. Yes, in the early part of the month, there may be a feeling of miscommunications or uncertainty, maybe even some confusion about whether what you're being told, the communications that are happening, are actually accurate, are clear for you or not. And yet the energy changes up. The later we move into the month, you start to access an energy that's so much more optimistic, that makes you feel like the world truly is yours. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. And you can get a video like this every week by logging on to astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expanded, exclusive video horoscopes each and every week for your sign. Plus, they get access to all the special horoscopes that I do as well. And that's at nadiyashah.com. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.